to the live stream and coverage of the 2026 Junior Livestock Sale at the 90th Annual Lee County Fair and Rodeo in Lovington. I'm Dawn Morgan, along with TJ Miracle. Good morning.
Good morning.
And we are here just before the start of this auction, as they have done the color guard, the presentation, made some announcements, and the auctioneer has checked out the sound system and made sure everybody can hear. He has given instructions to the audience and the bidders, and to everyone sitting back down, and we are just about ready to go with the first item of, I believe, TJ, you counted it was 153?
130. 135.
135, okay, 135. 135 animals that are listed. And I would also remind you that our broadcast today, it's an exclusive presentation of J&J Rentals. If you need anything related to trash trailers, portable toilets, roll-offs, anything, call J&J Rentals at 575-391-0250. The leader in portable toilets, trash trailers, roll-offs, combo trailers, holding tanks, light towers, and so much more. Paco and Christina Hernandez, we appreciate your sponsorship, and so do the young people of Lee County. All right. So we are going to start off with the first item on the sale. And the sale, everybody can pick up the list of items of the sale list, and it's all done, and it lists all of the fair board members, the Lee County commissioners, and it also, very importantly, for those who are bidding, lists the packer bids. Packer bids starting for swine, lamb, meat, goat, dairy, heifer, and beef. And just FYI, the swine packer bid is at 80, or actually I think that's 90. It's 90 cents a pound. Lamb is $2.10. Meat goat is $3.50. Dairy heifer is $1.80, and beef is at $2.20. And while they're doing some presentations in the show ring, we'll go ahead and list our county commissioners: Tyson Pierce, Brad Weber, Deanne Kimbrough, Gary Eidson, and Pat Sims. And the Lee County Fair Board members, the president this year is Dustin Gaskins. Alex Gallion is the vice president. Cynthia Hawley, Kyle Johnston, Amber Groves, Brian Pointer, Jennifer Young, Rick Scott, Heath Combs, and Cassandra Mason are all members. And those folks do an awful lot of work all year long, but especially during this 2-week period for our annual event. So hats off to them. Hats off to the young people who have done a tremendous amount of work over the last year with these animals. A lot of these kids will have more than one animal that they're showing, and some of these young people, the young men and women, and the boys and girls who are showing, some of them live on farms and on ranches and in true rural settings outside of our communities in Lee County, and some are so-called city kids, and they're participating in the FFA programs through their high schools and their other school systems, and they are, they're taking care of these animals, tending these animals morning, noon, and night, every day, 24/7, 365. So we say hats off to all of the hard work resulting in this auction. Last year, I think we got $1.1 million.
Just over $1 million, yeah.
Yeah, at this auction. I think they're just wanting to do that or $1 more than last year is their goal. So this is always a lucrative auction, and that money goes back to the young people. A lot of them, they will put a certain amount of money aside. They take a certain amount of money and they invest in new animals to raise and to sell the next year. So it's a cycle. A lot of them have tremendous family support. A lot of them out on the family farms and ranches, but a lot of others, just get family support, getting to them to where they need to be early mornings and in the evenings. And it's a job. It's a job. But boy, it all comes home right here with the showing and the sale of these animals. By the way, these young people have already been through a lot. They loaded in these animals last Sunday. They started going through shows and exhibits, some of them more than one show. So they've already competed with their animal, and many of them, of course, they'll be marked. The grand champions will know about the grand champions, the reserve champions in each class we will know about and talk about, because those are listed and marked for us. We have a number of individuals who have registered to bid. We have a number of companies who have registered to bid during this sale, and we have a lot of buyers clubs that allow for people to buy, and put a small amount of money in with others, so that the Buyers Club, has a lot of money and resources collectively, and it allows people who don't feel like they have a lot of money to spend and be able to buy an animal by themselves to be able to go in with others on a Buyers Club. We say thank you to everyone for their support. This is a fun event to attend. The auctioneer has been doing this a long time, and he's a lot of fun to watch and listen to. And he's here from year to year. He knows a lot of these kids, and he's entertaining. But it's all about the money that these kids raise. And it is a true auction, but he does, it's an auction, but it's not like just a regular cattle auction or something that you'd go to in Abilene or someplace where the level of talent here and the level of the animals is certainly very, very good. But the way it's conducted is not quite like a professional auction in that sense, but in every other sense, it's a real auction and it's a real sale. But as he made the point earlier, this is all about raising money for young people. And so he kind of gives a little more leeway and gets involved personally and has a lot of comments and things to make. So it's a fun event, but at the end of the day, he wants everybody to be clear about what they're buying, what they're bidding on, what they're buying, and where that money is going, and to get as much money as possible. And he kind of encourages everyone to bid against themselves if they need to keep raising that money up to try to get those animals sold at the level where they need to be for these young people. All right, we have some presentations, some dedications for this Lee County Fair and Rodeo, and these were not in our sheets, our auction sheets, but they are highlighting some of the people who have been singled out for recognition during this year's Fair and Rodeo, and I like this, that they're giving them recognition, talking about them. So that's what's going on at the beginning of this auction. And it's very well attended. I would say there is at least as many people to start with at this auction this year as we had last year, maybe a little more. What do you think, TJ?
Well, I would say it's pretty good, and always a fantastic event, and always well attended. Sorry, I was getting info. I needed to bump you down just a little bit.
Okay.
So.
Okay. All right. There you go. It is a great event.
And, I would say attendance-wise, probably about the same, maybe a little more. I think they got here earlier this year. We kind of had to scramble to find a new broadcast location because there were already people camped out where we've been doing it.
Right.
So we got it here, and everything is good to go.
All right. Looks good. Sounds good. And, I think there are an awful lot of people who are revved up and ready to bid and buy at this. And we also have something called add-ons. After this auction, you'll have an opportunity to add on, and if you just have $20 or $50 or $100, you didn't get a chance to be here for the sale and auction, or if you like to do the add-ons later. In other words, you can single out a young person and add on to their total. And if some of these young people, whether they made the sale or not, that's what's nice is you can go and say, I'd like to, add on to this person's total. Even if their animal didn't make the sale, they will get that money. And that's a terrific way to support these young people as well, to make sure that maybe they didn't have a chance to sell their animal, but they still do make some money and get some money as in recognition of their time and their hard work. So add-ons are something. Go to the fair office if you're interested in doing an add-on after this auction and sale. And then you're certainly going to be welcome to just go to the Lee County Fair office or give them a call, 396-8686. The fair office, by the way, is on the door, is on the outside. It's on the south end, the south side of the Chaparral, the Zia building, the Chaparral building, then the Zia building. All right, so the auctioneer is saying, hey, are we ready? And I think we are.
I will vote for me for governor when I decide to run.
All right.
All right, enough of that. Let's get to work, folks. We got the grand champion indoor prize right here, Isabella Pierce.
All right, number one on the list, first up with her animal, which is
Actually, it's the sweepstakes
yes,
cake.
it is. Isabella Pierce, the sweepstakes, a senior home economic sweepstakes grand champion from High Lonesome 4-H. And Isabella, boy, they've tilted that cake so we can get a good look at it. That's a huge cake. Wow, very nice. And he has started the bids. She's done a great job of decorating that cake. And she's showing off her ribbon that she got for that. That's an awful lot of work. Home economics, you have to have so many entries in that. And then they have to be judged. So she has to enter every single classification required for sweepstakes. Up to 1,000. Ooh, 5,000. Wow. All right, $5,000 for that grand champion sweepstakes cake. Traditionally, it's always the first item before they start the animals. It is the first item that is sold during this auction. So, yeah, terrific work. $5,000.
So a good way to just kick things off and start it out.
That's right. I'm marking off my 5,000. I know TJ is going to keep a running total of this, or
I
you
will,
usually
yes.
do? Okay, we'll keep a running total for you. We'll try to mark down the winning bids for everything. The first actual animal that comes up for auction is going to be the Grand Champion Beef. Colt Davis of High Lonesome 4-H is going to sell his Grand Champion. And man, is that thing, whew.
It's a lot of beef on the hoof. Nearly 1,500 pounds.
That is crazy. Good looking, too. And bidding is open on this Grand Champion Market Steer. Colt Davis showing him very well. Wow, $15,000 on one animal. The Grand Champion Market Beef Steer High Lonesome 4-H is well represented. First was Isabella Pierce and her sweepstakes cake, and now Colt Davis with $15,000. Number 3 on the list is a Prospect Yearling Cross Reserve Grand Champion. Shelby Peterson of Tatum 4-H is showing this beautiful horse.
All right, moving as a reserve grand champion yearling prospect, Colt, Lee County born and raised by Devin and Shirley Taylor right here. Good looking, ladies and gentlemen. While you talk about it, got some chrome on the bottom end, a nice little flick on the head. Shelby Peterson, the showman right here. Let's go to work. 10,000 where? $10,000 and a D&D, $10,000 and a $10,000 bid. $10,000 and a K. You got 10, now 11. $11,000 and $11,000 and 11 a bid. 11,000 now 12, 12, 12 where? $1,000 and a $12,000 deal. $1,000 and a $12,000 bid. 12 now 13, 13 where? $1,000 now $13,000 bid. 12, 13, 12, 13, 12, 13. I sold it $12,000.
$12,000 for the reserve grand champion prospect yearling class colt, Shelby Peterson. Beautiful horse. And horses are probably the most difficult to show, I guess, because you've really got to work to build that trust with your horse, and they're just, as anybody who works with horses and trains horses knows, you just, it takes some time to get consistent results in showing a horse. They all have their challenges, and none of them are easy, and it takes some strength to get the sheep and the goats in the right position to show them off. And right now, Sydney Rice of Tatum FFA is showing her reserve grand champion, reserve champion Market Lamb.
I've got 5, your way, 52.50 where, 52.50, reserve grand champion Lamb.
And that is, there's a lot of meat on that lamb as well. It's a very healthy lamb.
Thank you. 55, they're out. Over here. 6,000. 6,000. Over here, you guys are out. 6,000. Thank you. 62.50. 65. 65. What do y'all say? 65.
All right, 6,500.
Spearmint Services. Square Root Services.
So this was Sydney Rice.
Yes.
$6,500 for that reserve grand champion Market Lamb, Sydney from Tatum FFA. So far, $5,000 for the cake, $15,000 for the steer, $12,000 for the horse, $6,500 for the Market Lamb. Is that where we are?
38.5, yep.
All right. And that brings up number 5 on the auction list is Jonna Butts of Jowl 4-H Club with her Market Swine. This is the grand champion of breed, Market Swine. We know Jonna Butts well. She plays sports. She's a very active young lady. It takes a lot, you know, when you're a good student, and she is, and then you're involved in athletics, several teams all year long, just different sports, and you're raising and training and showing animals. You're a busy kid, right? You're a busy kid. $5,500 for Jonna Butts and her grand champion of breed Market Swine. Did a nice job showing on that animal and got a nice price for it, $5,500. So 5 down, 130 to go. Number 6 on the list is Ashlyn Gonzalez of Tatum 4-H. She is going to show a prospect yearling class horse. Oh, gorgeous. I'm a sucker for beautiful grays, gray and white horses. Love those. Gorgeous horse, groomed perfectly. Showing that well. That horse is nice and calm. Shows a lot of trust in her. Very calm, going through the paces. She's done a nice job with this horse. All right, $77.50, $7,750 to Ashley Gonzalez for that gorgeous Prospect Yearling Class horse. So, if you just joined us, this is your 90th Lee County Fair and Rodeo, and this is your annual junior livestock sale. It's presented exclusively by owners Paco and Christina Hernandez and their staff of J&J Rentals. They are amazing, massive supporters of the community, especially youth. And we just say thank you to J&J Rentals. And quickly, we're moving on to the 7th animal on the list. And this is Kinley Allen of Tatum FFA showing off the Grand Champion Dairy Heifer. So Grand Champion Dairy Heifer. And the bidding's underway. $11,000. And that was a Buyers Club and First American Bank. So nice job and good support, as always, from our local community, our local companies and businesses, organizations. It's terrific. $11,000 to Kinley Allen. Kinley Allen of Tatum FFA for Grand Champion Dairy Heifer, a good-looking black and white. That brings number 8 up, Addison Cardenas of Tatum FFA with Grand Champion Broilers. So it's time for the broilers. Time for some fowl. It's chicken in a basket is what I call it. That's not exactly accurate, but that's just a fun name. But she's got a whole pin. It's a broiler pin. So she does get some help in presenting these. $4,000, yes. Get things. All right, $4,000 for Addison Cardenas and her broiler pin. Pretty good price for those three animals. Grand Champion broilers. And that's going to bring up number 9, Hannah Consolving of Tatum FFA with her Best of Barn Black New Zealand. Best of Barn. And that's quite a good prize. And this is what I call bunny in a box or bunny in a basket. She has Best of Barn, and that's something. There are an awful lot of rabbits being shown, different breeds.
And I do believe it was a record or near record for both the hens and the rabbits this year.
Wow. In terms of number of entries. So, and those, I like to see that because those are animals that are pretty accessible and a lot easier to raise and to take care of. I'm not saying that anything is easy. You've still got to put the work in, but it's more accessible, say for young people starting out, learning how to take care of animals, showing, and maybe a lot more accessible for so-called city kids and kids who are living in town and are going to another location to take care of animals, or if they're not in a zoning situation, they can take care of rabbits and chickens and have them in town where there's no zoning. So I just think it allows for broader participation and still making money All right, final sell on that, TJ?
I think it was $37.50.
All right, $37.50 is what we'll write down. To Hannah Consolving of Tatum FFA for her Best of Barn New Zealand Black.
Sydney Rice.
That brings number 10, Sydney Rice of Tatum FFA. She's got the Grand Champion Meat Goat, and she's got that one.
Looks like Sid's been a little busy this year.
Yeah, Sydney Rice, another busy young person doing a variety of things and with multiple animals here. And a good-looking white meat goat right there, showing him very well. $62.50. All right, $6,250 to Sydney Rice for her Grand Champion Meat Goat. Sydney from Tatum FFA. Again, and here we come, Trip Angel.
Our very own Trip.
That's right. He
winning the horse again this year.
Yes, it's his at least 2 years in a row, I guess. Tripton is his full name. Trip is what everybody calls him, of Tatum FFA. He has your Grand Champion Versatility Class horse, and he won the horse show again this year, second year in a row. And Trip is also a busy young man, and he works for us as a contract employee, as a student, doing sports, doing play-by-play for Tatum Sports. So we say thank you to Trip. So he's a good student. Generally, he said he hasn't had time to play sports, but this is a way he's active and does sports for us, travels with the team so that he can do the broadcasts. And he raises and shows a lot of animals and does that very well. Beautiful horse, showing perfect control over that horse during this presentation. That takes a lot of work and a lot of trust between animal and human. The audience is goosing up the bid here. And Trip knows he's working the crowd. He's working the horse, but he's also $25,000.
Why are we paying Trip this year? He should be paying us now. I'm kidding.
Beautiful work there. Good job, Trip Angel. $25,000. Trip from Tatum FFA.
And that will put through the first 11. Through the first 10 animals, through the first 11 exhibits sold, that will put us over the 100,000 mark.
All right, we're on track, I would say, for that 1.1 million. That brings up number 12 on the list, Faith Carter from TVC 4-H. She is the Grand Champion Senior Handicraft Sweepstakes winner.
Looks like a desk.
And she has... and she probably will.
No B's, no C's. She's not going to date anybody.
Oh, my goodness. The auctioneer has an awful lot of fun with these kids. All right. So he is going to, and this is a mirrored, it's an armoire, I would say.
Yes.
I would say it's or even a vanity table. It's a vanity table desk with mirror. Not an armoire, but an armoire would be with more drawers than a loud one. But it's a vanity table or a mirrored desk with drawers. right, so we are still auctioning this mirrored desk or vanity. $4,000 for Faith, the Grand Champion Senior Handicraft Sweepstakes winner. So now we go back to the animals. And number 13 on the list is Hayden Wheeler of Tatum 4-H with a prospect yearling class. It's going to be another. Nope, we have. Oh, nope. We have
Another beef.
Going to be the beef. All right. Hayden Wheeler with the reserve grand champion steer. Yeah, as soon as I said that and looked up, I said, nope, that is steer and not colt. The horse is coming up next. So this is a reserve grand champion beef. The grand champion market steer was shown by Colt Davis, and it went for $15,000. So Hayden Wheeler has the reserve grand champion market steer, and the bidding is open on that. $17,500, and that actually outdoes what was paid for the grand champion market steer. Hayden Wheeler getting $17,500 for his reserve grand champion market steer. So very nice job. A lot of beef again. Now here comes number 14 on the list, Landon Peterson of Tatum 4-H with the prospect yearling class colt again. Ugh. Beautiful blonde. Groomed perfectly. Landon doing a good job with a horse that is a whole lot bigger than she is, but it doesn't matter. Just a really nice horse, well formed. Curious what's going on inside and outside the show pen. $10,000 to Landon Peterson. So far, all of the horses have been quite different from each other. We've had 3 of the horses sold, all going for good amounts. Really well behaved. Speaks well for Landon and the adults handling those. All right, now we're at number 15. Jesse Deschamps from the UNSFFA showing champion of breed, Market Lamb. All right, here's your breed champion, Market Lamb. Of course, there are a lot of different breeds within each classification, so. So Jesse looking to try to get top dollar for his champion of breed, Market Lamb. Of course, you'll notice that almost all of the animals that are being shown outside, maybe the market steers and the horses, also will have a little add-on. They'll have a little bonus basket or bag or box of something that usually it's donated items that that whoever is showing and selling the animal has come up with just for added value as a thank you. It's just a nice little extra. All right, so the final one that was
$7,000.
$7,000. $7,000 to Jesse Deschamps of Eunice FFA for the breed champion market lamb. So things that brings up number 16, Riley Cavanis of Monument 4-H with the breed champion of breed market swine. All right, champion of breed market swine coming in. We'd remind you that you're watching the 2026 Junior Livestock Sale from the annual Lee County Fair and Rodeo from the fairgrounds in Lovington, brought to you exclusively by J&J Rentals. If you need anything related to trash trailers, portable toilets, roll-offs, anything, call J&J Reynolds, 575-391-0250. We're broadcasting today, live streaming on HobbsAmerica.com, on Lee County News and Sports YouTube, and on our Kicks 103 Hobbs Facebook page. Bidding is underway for Riley Cavanis, his breed, champion of breed, market swine. He's putting through the paces in the pen down there. Some of these animals, small, from very small to very large, market steers, horses, and so forth, are of a color that blends in with the railing and the dirt, the sand that's packed in here. So some of them show up against that background a little better than others. This is one that blends in a little more, a little harder to see, and he's got a nice little $8,500. So Riley Cavanis selling his champion breed market swine. Sounds like Lee County State Bank bought that. So $8,500. That brings up number 17, Zion Harris. Zion from Tatum 4-H with a prospect yearling class, another horse. Oh, man, another beautiful. Whoa, I tell you what, we have got some amazing, amazing horses, amazing steers, amazing everything in this sale. And this is an example of that. You can see her brand clearly on her flank. $10,500 to Zion Harris and his prospect yearling class colt. Gorgeous animal. And here comes another good-looking one shown by a young person who's a lot smaller than that animal.
And with the last sale on the prospect yearling to Zion Harris, that does put us up over the 150,000, just under 160,000 unofficially.
All right, we need a lot of toward the top of this list. They have to be big to be able to continue to make that to make progress towards that 1.1 million. But that's excellent. Thanks to TJ Miracle. I'm writing down each of these animals on the list, and he's doing that and keeping a running total. So that's terrific. And running the camera. Number 18 on the list is Jarrett Allen of Tatum 4-H with the reserve Grand Champion Dairy Heifer. Now the Grand Champion Dairy Heifer The Grand Champion Dairy Heifer, shown by Kenley Allen, sold for $11,000. Jarrett's trying to get as much as he can for the reserve Grand Champion. $5,750, I believe, $5,750 for that reserve Grand Champion Dairy Heifer for a brown and white brindle. And that's going to bring us to Cade Nave. Number 19 on the list is Cade Nave. And he has the Grand Champion Egg Producers pin.
As much as eggs are these days, might not be a bad investment no matter what
right.
they cost.
So he's got a pin. Pin has to be at least 3 animals. And he's got them. So the Grand Champion Egg Producers pin. And a little add-on basket as well.
Look into these eyes and bid one more time. Better yet, look at what a dapper young man this is. Make a great picture to hang on the wall. Thank you. Now 75. Now 8,000. $8,000 now 8,800. $8,000 now 8. $8,000 bid. All done. You got 8. You got 85. You got 9. 85, done, sold at $8,500.
All right, $8,500 to Cade Nave for his Grand Champion Egg Producers pin. And that's going to bring up number 20. I think it's Kaya George from Monument 4-H. I'm not sure if it's Kaya or Kaya. Let's see what he says.
More bunnies in a basket.
That's right. Kaya has the best 4-class and reserve best of barn Netherland dwarf self varieties. So yes, what I call bunny in a basket, and a good basket of add-ons there for you as well. So she and then she has she's showing off her 2 awards for best 4-class and reserve best of barn. The best of barn was sold by Hannah Consolving for $3,750. Kaya George sold for
$4,500.
All right, $4,500 on that one. Brings up number 21 on the list. This is Paxton Bolin of Mesquite 4-H. Paxton has a meat goat for sale.
Paxton Bolin, how are you, buddy? How tall are you? 6 foot.
Tall enough, taller than the goat, tall enough to show it.
Anybody ask you if you're under 6 foot, say 6 foot.
Inside, you say, you bet, every inch of it inside.
See? I'll say 6 foot. See how much bigger he looks all of a sudden? Boom. All right, let's go to work there. 25 left. Big $2,500 bid. Big $2,500 bid.
$4,250.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Where you boys at? I'll let you in. 45. $47.50.
40.
Beautiful small, buddy. $47.50. $5,000. $5,000. $5,000 bid. I sold it $47.50.
All right, 47.50 ends up being the winning bid on that. To Paxton Boland of Monument, or rather a Mesquite 4-H, for his meat goat. He gave him a little slap on the rump, headed out of the pen, probably saying, "Hey, buddy, did well for me." He's got some personality, and it looks like that meat goat of his has a little personality too. All right, 22 on the list, Savannah Havens of Hobbs FFA. This is the first Hobbs representation on the list so far, and this is the Reserve Grand Champion Versatility class, another horse that is really good looking. It's a young lady who was sitting up here near us. She went down. I thought they just probably left or went somewhere else on the fairgrounds. She actually left with her friend to go down and get ready to show this horse and sell it. Good-looking horse again. We have seen nothing but really great-looking animals so far, and the horses have certainly been amazing. They chose to leave that majestic tail really long, and I think that was a good choice on this horse. The Reserve Grand Champion Versatility class horse. $20,000. Not, and you got to realize it seems like it's a day's work. Oh no, it's a lot longer than a year's work sometimes with these animals. So that's a good get for Savannah Havens of Hobbs FFA, $20,000. Brings up number 23, Jet Parker of Eunice FFA, and I believe
with the sale for Savannah Havens, that will be up over $200,000 now at 22 in.
Wow. Okay. 2023 is Jet Parker of Eunice FFA with the Reserve Grand Champion Market Heifer. And I believe this is the first. No, there was the Grand Champion Dairy Heifer. The Dairy Heifer, of course, is going to be kept for milk production, and the Market Heifer goes to market. So this is the first Market Heifer that we're seeing, and it's the Reserve Grand Champion. Jet Parker doing a nice job, holding steady, using 16,000, doing a nice job of holding that heifer, keeping her quiet and calm, stroking with the rod, and that is a lot of beef. That is a big dairy, that's not a dairy, but a market heifer. Quite the opposite of the dairy heifers. Being sold for the poundage for the beef. That brings number 24, Solomon Harris of Tatum 4-H with a Prospect Yearling class horse. It's a smaller horse, but very good looking. Beautiful face on this horse. Gorgeous markings. Just beautiful coat and color. Really good looking horse. Not quite so many hands high. That doesn't matter. Still, proportionately a nice horse.
Yes, no. 15. Sold at 14,505.
14,500 for another beautiful horse. Well shown by young Solomon Harris. Again, a lot smaller than the animal he's showing. Very nicely done. So that is going to allow us to turn the page, and we now officially go to page 2. And we are 24 animals through 135. So we have 111 to go. And this is number 25, Hannah Consolving. She's back. She has shown and sold an animal already in this one. Now has the breed champion Market Lamb, Hannah from Tatum, FFA. Let's see, Hannah, looking back, Hannah had the best of barn. So she sold the bunnies for $3,750 early on. Now back with a champion of breed Market Lamb. $6,000 to Hannah Consolving for her breed champion Market Lamb. As the wind picking up just a little bit, you can hear the breeze moving through the show barn here, the sale barn. And our coverage today of this 2026 Junior Livestock Sale at the annual Lee County Fair and Rodeo, 90th annual, as a matter of fact, is brought to you exclusively by J&J Rentals. Always looking for people with a great attitude to work for them. CDL drivers, service techs, mechanics. J&J Rentals wants to hire you. Call 575-391-0250 if you need a career. Their phone number is should be on the screen, 575-391-0250. All right, number 26 on the list is Carly Davis of High Lonesome 4-H with the reserve champion of breed Market Swine. This is the first animal that she is showing. Let's look back at the breed champion Market. $10,000. $10,000 for that Market Swine. That's a reserve champion of breed. I was looking back to see what the breed champion Market Swine went for. Market Swine champion went for $8,500. So Carly Davis doing a nice job, got more than that for the reserve. Brings up number 27, Joshua Harris of Tatum FFA, with another horse, a prospect yearling class. blessed with one of those perfectly shaped diamonds, long diamond on her face. Beautiful. And that's the only marking on her. Really lovely. $8,500 for that prospect yearling colt from Joshua Harris, Tatum FFA. Nice job. Another beautiful horse, well shown. You know, socks or stockings are nice on a horse, and when they're symmetrical, it's great. But I really love a good, clean, solid, good, clean, solid coloring. And then the only marking is on the forehead. Really nice look. That brings up number 28, Cooper Solomon of High Lonesome 4-H with a dairy heifer. So Cooper Solomon with a young dairy heifer. There, 3,500. I think that's what I heard. Yep. 3,500. I think that's appropriate for.
Oh nope, they've changed it.
Ah, okay, they're still in. Wow. All right, 5,500, not 3,500. So that's good news. For Rocky Top Dairy. All right. And that's going to bring up number 29. This is Jace Nave of Monument 4-H. Grand Champion Bantam Fancy. Time for the rooster. This is the first rooster that we've had in the auction, the sale so far. So a Bantam Fancy. $9,000. Is that 9 or 5?
I believe he's 9.
I think he said 9. So I think that's right.
That's an expensive rooster.
It is. It's a very expensive rooster. Or a feathered fertilizer is what I call a rooster. All right, Grand Champion Bantam Fancy going for $9,000. Number 30 on the list is Kenyon Consolving of Mesquite 4-H with the Grand Champion Baker. Chicken in a basket. Or I guess more correctly, hen in a basket. So got a hen in a basket.
4,000, 42.50, 45, 47.50, $5,000.
I know when you're buying, if you're buying any hen or any chicken that's more than 5 pounds, for when you're talking about retail or sale, anything over 5 pounds, when you're buying a chicken, it's a baker. It's a baking hen. At 5 pounds or over 5 pounds, it becomes a baking hen in the store. So, Jace, Kenyon Consolving. And what was the final in that?
52.50.
52.50. Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was at 5,000, but I knew it went above. Didn't know if it was 52.50 or 5,500. So 52.50 for Kenyon Consolving. Brings up number 31, Kimberly Seidel of Hobbs FFA with a meat goat. Second seller from Hobbs in the sale today, or at least from listed at Hobbs FFA. Showing that little goat very well. It's a cute animal. And it has a nice basket of add-ons that come with it. How much was that sold for?
$9,500.
Oh, my goodness. All right, $9,500. And she had a helper, probably a family member, with a basket of goodies. The bonus basket is bigger than she is, barely holding that up. So that was great. Kimberly Seidel, $9,500 for her meat goat. Nice job. That brings up number 32. That is Hadley Wheeler of Tatum 4-H with a steer, another market steer. Or market, oops. I just said beef. It could be, it's just listed as beef, or it's just. So this animal is a market animal being sold for the beef. All right, $17,000 to Hadley Wheeler, Tatum 4-H, for that market beef entry.
And if my numbers are right, that will put us right at $300,000 through 32 items.
All right, so we're, I think, pretty well on track, and we have. That means we have 103 animals to go. And we're back to the horses, and this is Paxton Angel. Paxton Angel of Tatum 4-H with a Prospect Yearling Class horse. Another beautiful horse. This is Tripp's brother. Or maybe Tripp is Paxton's brother. Let's put it that way.
I think so.
Yeah. I think that's the way to say that. Paxton showing another just beautiful horse. Beautiful markings on this animal. Very symmetrical, gorgeous face. Well formed. Looking good, so well groomed. Perfect, perfectly shown. Paxton, $17,000 to Paxton Angel for that Prospect Yearling Class colt. Another good one. A good piece of horse flesh is what they'll say.
Probably was in memory of
All right, so that brings up number 34, Canton Bolin of Tatum FFA with the reserve champion of breed Market Lamb. So Tatum 4-H, Tatum FFA, very well represented in this sale so far, especially among the top 35 animals in this show and sale. So Canton Bolin of Tatum FFA got the reserve breed of champion Market Lamb. $3,000 for Canton Bolin's reserve champion of breed Market Lamb. And now that brings up the number 35 on the sale list is Garrett Anthony of Tatum FFA with the reserve champion of breed Market Swine. And looking back at the champion of breed Market Swine, I'm going to look back and see if I can see that quickly. The champion breed of swine, Market Swine, the champion Market Swine by Riley Cavan is sold for $8,500. I think the reserve also was, Market Swine reserve champion fetched $10,000. And now this is the reserve breed champion Market Swine by Garrett Anthony. A little pause. The auctioneer said they were going to have a little pause in the sale and auction for a moment. It's a good time to remind you I'm Dawn Morgan along with TJ Miracle, and this is your 2026 Junior Livestock Sale at the Lee County Fairgrounds, 90th annual Lee County Fair and Rodeo going on, and this Sale of Champions, as it's called, has a goal of at least $1.1 million, which they got last year, TJ. And I don't have last year's list to know, but if we're ahead or behind the pace of last year, but it seems pretty healthy. Yeah, seems pretty healthy now. All right, back to this. Bidding open. Garrett Anthony showing the Market Swine being raised for poundage, but got some good looking markings on him. $4,250. $4,250. $4,250 for that reserve champion breed Market Swine. Again, being raised for the poundage for market and shown very well by Garrett Anthony. By the way, this broadcast is being brought to you exclusively by J&J Rentals. Owners Paco and Christina Hernandez and their staff are always supporting the community, especially the youth. So this is a perfect sponsorship for them. It's this Sale of Champions. All right, number 36, Taylor Gonzalez with another beautiful horse. Tatum 4-H, a prospect yearling class horse. Taylor putting the horse through its paces, stopping, showing it off well. $12,000. $12,000 for Taylor Gonzalez of Tatum 4-H for that prospect yearling class colt. Another good looking one and a good price. All right. That brings number 37, Addison Goff of High Lonesome 4-H with a dairy heifer. And man, this is a big dairy heifer. I think I was going to say, this is the tallest animal. It's as tall or taller than some of the horses that we've had. Yeah, very good looking. Black and white.
Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, like a bullet. Here we go. 10 wire. $18,000 down, 11,000, 11 wire, $11,000.
Keeping her calm, rubbing that sweet spot. Every animal will have one, whether it's the face on a horse, or between the forelocks, or the gullet, the throat. Could be one of the flanks. Get stroked and help keep them calm and showing well. Yep, giving that throat stroke underneath it. It's telling her, it's doing a good job. Stay where you are. Stay calm. $14,000 for Addison Goff of High Lonesome 4-H for her very large, very good looking black and white dairy heifer. Healthy. All right, 38 on the list on this Sale of Champions is Cade Nave of Monument 4-H, and he's got the Grand Champion Standard Fancy, another rooster. I think this is the second rooster that we've had. Showing off. Nave with his Standard Fancy, doing a nice job. Showing it off.
Oh, you're fine.
Showing off its wings and its tail, and it's a large Standard Fancy. A feathered fertilizer, you might say. Sold for how much?
$4,500.
$4,500. $4,500 for Cade Nave. And that Grand Champion Standard Fancy. Feathered fertilizer. All right, number 39 on the list is Cooper Sellers of Enchantment 4-H. I believe this is the first entry, representation of Enchantment 4-H with the Grand Champion meat pin. So, bunnies in a basket. Oh. Bunny needed a little reassurance. Is that this sure is a noisy place? Are you sure we're supposed to be here? Are we okay? $3,000. $3,000 to Cooper Sellers for her Grand Champion meat pin. That brings us to number 40, our Harmeyer Electric. Oh, well, that means Mary Harmeyer is here. She texted me that she was going to be back for Fair and Rodeo Week. Of course, she's in the movie business, and she's in and out of Lovington and Lee County, but she said she always comes back for the Fair and Rodeo because she has to make sure that the bunnies are well represented, that they get their fair share of money up against the other animals. And so she's got a soft spot in her heart for rabbits, and the Harmeyer Electric bought that one. So they spent $3,000 on that Grand Champion meat pin. And now that brings up number 40, Max Alvarado, with a meat goat, Max of Hobbs FFA. So Max Alvarado. right, $6,000 to Max Alvarado of Hobbs FFA. K&S Electric buying that one. So Max Alvarado selling his meat goat for $6,000. Got a good price for that. That brings up number 41, Carly Davis of High Lonesome 4-H, with another beef entry, another beef animal being shown, being sold for market. This is the first all black that we've had. Carly Davis also showed the reserve grand champion or reserve champion of breed market swine and got $10,000 for that. Now she's back. $14,000. JR Oil paying $14,000 for that. So that was a good sale, good get. Now, number 42 on the list is Lane Corley of High Lonesome 4-H. There's another name that we know from past sales. And Lane Corley has the reserve champion of breed market lamb. Some nice little add-ons, some little bonus. So some more bonus to the buyer. Lane Corley. $6,500 to Lane Corley for his reserve champion of breed market lamb. All right, I'm going to pause just to take a bit of water. I have not been drinking very much. You brought some water too?
I did.
All right.
Next up will be Emerson Reed from Enchantment 4-H. It'll be the market swine. Was a first place animal in classification and in breed.
And bidding is open. Emerson Reed, this is the first animal that she has shown in the sale so far. Emerson from Enchantment 4-H. Wait a minute. So market swine, another pig being raised for its size and poundage. But good looking too. It's a pink. $6,500. That's a back-to-back amounts there. So Emerson Reed was $6,500 for the market swine. All right, number 44 on the list. By the way, there are 135 animals listed on our sale sheet. This is 44 from High Lonesome 4-H with a dairy heifer. This is a young and a small black and white. Still good looking. And Addison Solomon, a lot smaller than even this small animal, but doing a good job. Big smile, I like that. Holding up her head and doing a nice job. This animal's very calm. Staying put, showing a lot of trust, and Addison probably working a lot with her. $7,000 to Addison Solomon for that dairy heifer, young black and white. The Hollies, I believe that's Jim and Cynthia Hawley, who Cynthia Hawley is on the Lee County Fair and Rodeo board. she's on the entertainment committee within that board. She was on our shows, interviewed on our stations a couple of different times last week. All right, so this is number 45, Katie Godwin of High Lonesome 4-H. We know Katie, and you might know her as well from basketball. And she has the reserve grand champion broiler. And it's a pin. Yeah, it's a pin.
But she's also got, I guess, her favorite in a chicken sling.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That gives a new meaning to slinging chicken.
That's right. I wonder if she made that. So she's coordinated. She's wearing a pink outfit and kind of goes along with her reserve grand champion banner as well. And yep, you put it right. It's just like a purse almost. It's a broiler in a purse. Good looking broiler pin and a fun way to show that. It was great. She had some helpers and a basket of bonus items for the buyer as well. And how much did it go for?
$5,500. And with that will take us over the 400,000 mark.
Wow,
so
okay.
403,250 unofficially through 45 animals.
All right.
With now Serenity Smith with the mini lop up.
Yep, and this is a bunny in a basket time. This is the reserve for class mini lop in the broken color, not a solid color, but broken, which is what that means. So Serenity Smith, and another bunny in a basket. $5,000. She's got some good helpers too with her bonus basket of goodies, and we're showing off her ribbons and awards for that. Good looking rabbit pin there. Number 47, Kaya George is back from Monument 4-H with a meat goat. Let's see, Kaya was in that top 24. And let's see, she's from Monument 4-H. She showed, and she had the best for class and the reserve best of barn for her Netherland Dwarf self varieties, sold for $4,500. So she's back with her second entry. This time it's a meat goat. $7,000 to Kaya George for her meat goat. Cavernous Ranch buying that. So that brings up number 48, Jillian Lockwood of Lovington FFA. This is going to be another beef entry. And I think this is the first time we're seeing Jillian Lockwood, I think. Yes, it is. $11,500 for another market animal, beef market. Being raised for the poundage, the size, good looking one too. Another very large animal and a much smaller person. But she put it through its paces well. And got $11,500. That's a very good thing. Number 49 on the list is Lily Spearman of Lovington FFA with a market lamb. So Lillian Spearman, I believe this is the first that we're seeing of her. It is. And she's got a nice flower pot as a bonus to the buyer. Vase. It looks like a vase or a pot. Beautiful vase. And good looking. Market lamb.
6. Sold at $5,500.
$5,500. She was working hard to pose and show that animal to its best. That's going to bring up number 50, Addison Ferris of Hobbs FFA. First animal that Addison Ferris has shown and sold in the sale today. And it's a market swine. Again, being raised and sold for size poundage. All right, coming through the gate. And
Bam, bam, bam.
$4,500 to Addison Ferris for that market swine. We have only 4 more animals on this on the second sheet of the official sale sheet for this junior livestock sale of champions, as it's called. Glad that you're watching and listening. This broadcast brought to you exclusively by J&J Rentals. Paco and Christina Hernandez, thank you for sponsoring this. If you need anything related to trash trailers, portable toilets, roll-offs, anything like that, give J&J a call, 575-391-0250. I'm Dawn Morgan, along with TJ Miracle. And you're watching and listening on Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Kicks 103 Hobbs Facebook. And the bidding is open on this animal, number 51, Sophia Amaskua from High Lonesome 4-H with a dairy heifer, good-looking black and white. A bigger one. She's rubbing that sweet spot, trying to keep that heifer calm and happy. $9,000 to Sophia Amaskua for that dairy heifer, black and white. Good looking one, good sale. And we're back to the broilers, and this is a broiler pen. This is an egg, not broiler. This is an egg producer. This is not the broilers. The egg producers laying hens, as they're called, the laying hens, and the pen means you've got at least three animals. So Lily Johnston of High Lonesome 4-H with her egg producer's pen. $3,000 for Lily Johnston and her egg producer's pen. The laying hens, very nicely shown. I like the way she dressed up the pen with some flowers, and good looking. Number 53 on the list is Gabriella Deschamps from Eunice FFA for the Reserve 6 Class Californian. Bunny in a basket. That's a big one. It's a big one, and it's a nice little bonus basket, too, to the buyer. We're showing off the reserve 6 class.
Sold at your way,
$5,500 to Gabriella Deschamps and Eunice FFA for the reserve 6 class Californian.
Lee County State Bank and MMR.
All right, brings up number 54 on the list, and the last one on the second page, Daisy Fallsgraf of High Lonesome 4-H, showing the meat goat.
Redbird LP Gas Company.
I would bet Daisy is related to Leslie Fallsgraf.
I would imagine.
Yeah. Leslie, the executive director of Y Hobbs. They do great work for young people. So here's Daisy Fallsgraf from High Lonesome 4-H with her meat goat. Doing a nice job. That meat goat popped right into place. That shows she's worked with that a lot. That goat stretching up its neck. She's not having to work too hard to show it. It's nice and calm. Got that tail pointed. Got those haunches stretched out. Nice job. Nice job, and she got a big smile. Good. It's a good-looking meat goat. And it's fetching a nice price. Whew, $10,000. All right, that brings us to a new page. And animal number 55 on the list, 55 out of 135 in today's Sale of Champions. And we're back to the big beef. We are seeing Canton Boland again, number 85 on the list, Canton from Mesquite 4-H. Oh, no, this is a, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm on the other side. Okay, I've got it. Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry about that. I turned it to the wrong page. I was, TJ's going to step away for a few minutes. Number 55 is Connor Davis of High Lonesome 4-H. My apologies. I was on the wrong page. With Big Beef. Another market animal. $7,500. $7,500 to Connor Davis of High Lonesome 4-H. That is a lot of beef and good looking as well. Shown well. And those animals get to go and it's a little hard to stop them. Connor showing some good control there. $7,500 for that. All right, that brings us number 56 is Landon Cogburn of Tatum FFA with a market lamb. $6,000 on that sale. So Landon Cogburn was $6,000 for that market lamb. Good job. That brings us to number 57 on the list. Number 57 is Riley Cavanis. Again, he has shown a couple of animals. I'll look at the list before. He's got a market swine here. Riley from Monument 4-H. Let me look back. I think this is the second or third time that we've seen Riley Cavanis. And yes, he had the champion, breed champion market swine that he sold for $8,500. And I believe this is the second animal that he has shown.
Would you guys do 6? Would you do 65? Sold at $6,000.
$6,000 for Riley Cavanis and the Market Swine. Number 58 on the list, Mia Emiscua from High Lonesome 4-H. Sophia Emiscua showed and sold a few minutes ago. Now, Mia is here with a dairy heifer. Another black and white. Big animal. Looking good. Mia bringing that large animal in. Black and white. Another tall one. And Mia, big smile, showing off that animal very well. All right.
They got it at 65, 7, 75. They said $175. I sold it 7,000 your way.
7,000 to Mia Emiscua for that dairy heifer. You know, there is a difference in these animals. A lot of them are, some of them, like the dairy heifers, are being sold. They're going to stay alive. They're going to be in service, giving milk at a dairy, more than likely. And some of these are being sold for their size and their poundage. They're going to market, and you know what that means. And so, you know, it's a different relationship. I think you have to build with an animal, and you know, it does make a difference, I think, when you're raising, showing, and selling an animal that's going to go and go to a dairy or go to and continue to produce eggs, right? $4,000 to Kylie Hogue. Kylie Hogue of Tatum 4-H with the Bantam Fancy Reserve Champion. Another good-looking rooster. What I call a feathered fertilizer. Nice Bantam Fancy. Kylie Hogue doing a nice job there. Had a good basket of a bonus basket for the buyer. And got $4,000 for that. So good price for another good-looking rooster. I think if I had to look back, I'll look back and see what the other Bantam Fancy went for. Number 60 on the list is Brooklyn Mason of TVC 4-H with the Reserve Grand Champion Meat Pin. More bunnies in a basket. So got the bunny basket, the bunny pin, as a matter of fact. It's a big basket full of rabbits for sure. That's a lot of cuteness in a basket. But again, this is a meat pin. Just like a market steer, market heifer, market swine, they're being sold for the poundage, for the meat, intended to produce meat. $5,250, $5,250 to Brooklyn Mason from TVC 4-H with the Grand Reserve Grand Champion meat pin. And we have another meat goat. Again, anything with meat on it intended for consumption. Number 61, Macy Pascal of Eunice FFA with the meat goat. Wow, bidding is at $14,000 right now for this meat goat. Some folks trying to goose up the bid there. Clap it up. So $14,500 for Macy Pascal of Eunice FFA for her meat goat. Grew up with being friends with a guy whose family had a farm and ranch, a small one, on the north side of Hobbs, and would go out and visit him sometimes, and he would take me out. We would saddle up and go out, and I never roped, but he was a roper, and he would rope goats. And when his family got a call and somebody was going to have a barbecue on the weekend and they needed a goat to barbecue, we would go out and he would cut one out, rope it, bring it in, and get ready for somebody to pick it up, take it out for a barbecue. He also taught me how to milk a goat. Now that's an experience. And how much was that? $7,500. All right. TJ Miracle back after a break. Thank you very much.
Sorry,
got him turned up. He's fine.
The old man bladder got me.
It's fine. We did okay. I managed to keep track of all the amounts and got them all written down for you. So that's $7,500 to Kylie Hogue for that market beef animal. Number 63 is Aiden Anthony of Tatum FFA with a market lamb. So Aiden Anthony up. $5,500. All right, $5,500 on that. So to catch you up on this second page, you were here for Connor Davis for $7,500,
yes,
right?
I'm down
After
to
that,
Mason here.
Mason, Brooklyn Mason, $5,250.
Okay, what was Kylie Hogue?
Kylie Hogue was $4,000. Brooklyn Mason, $5,250. Macy Pascal's $14,500.
Perfect, and I am caught up.
Okay. And that brings us to animal number 64, shown by Halston Pittman of Chaparral 4-H, and this is a market swine. So it's a pig headed for market. $5,500. That was quick. A quick $5,500 for Halston Pittman. It seems quick right now, but that's a year, at least a year of work and time and early mornings and in evenings and bad weather, good weather, hot, cold, rainy, icy. Got to feed the animals, make sure they've got water, take care of them, watch them for any signs of various things that have to be treated for, and so it's a lot of care. It's a lot of time. It just goes quickly when it comes to the sale. This is Chloe Scop of High Lonesome 4-H with a dairy heifer. She comes from a family. Of course, Rick Scop is on the Lee County Fair and Rodeo board. He was in our studios last week with the Hispanic Heritage contestants. And he said they were in the dairy business for a long time, and the Scops sold that business a couple of years ago, and Rick Scop now works for Urenco, and said he had years of hard work and wouldn't trade it, but he's really happy to be working for Urenco. But obviously, Chloe Scop doing a very nice job, and the final price on that, TJ?
$7,000.
$7,000 for her dairy heifer.
And with that, If my numbers are right, that takes us to $540,000 even.
All right, we have passed the $500,000 mark now, and we are at animal number 66, or 56 rather, animal 56 out of 135.
65.
65. Yep, 66. Okay. Yeah. I was right the first time. I was seeing the sixes and thought it was 5. All right, Madeline Holiday of High Lonesome 4-H with the reserve grand champion Standard Fancy that went for
$2,500.
all right, $2,500. Reserve grand champion Standard Fancy Rooster. Number 67, Cooper Sellers, is back from Enchantment 4-H with the reserve grand champion Baker. So another bunny in a basket. Good looking one. Got a nice plant as a bonus to the buyer. Showing off that trophy, you might say. I like those. They're welded. They're art almost. I like that. The trophies that they're giving for the grand and the reserve grands. 5,500?
Yes.
Okay. All right, 5,500 to Cooper Sellers for that reserve grand champion Baker. Another rabbit, a wascally wabbit.
Hey, you guys hold all those together. She's got to write all that down. Hold them up.
Yeah, and this is a good time to acknowledge all the people that it takes, all the planning and the people it takes to do this sale of champions. It's an awful lot of work before, during, and after. There are so many moving parts to this. They have to have spotters, bid spotters. They have to have, it's a lot of paperwork involved and keeping track of everybody beforehand, all of the registration, all of the Buyers Club members, all of the people. They've got to keep it all straight and do that in an environment that's noisy and kind of smelly, and it's all fun. It's great. No complaints here, but it takes a minute. And it takes a lot of folks. So thanks and hats off to all those people. It takes a good auctioneer and lots of volunteers. This is Diana Molina of Hobbs FFA with a meat goat. Diana Molina, big smile, showing off the meat goat. $9,000 bid. $8,500. That's a good price for a meat goat. Diana Molina of Hobbs FFA. Good job. Good time to also talk about the family structure and the parents that it takes. The support for all of these young people who are showing, who raise animals, or showing or selling. A lot of times it's a family effort. A lot of times, even if it's just one young person who's working through an FFA or a 4-H club, a city kid, it still takes a lot of parental support and effort, family support. All right, 69 Jonna Butts is back. Jowl 4-H Club with another market entry. A lot of beef. $14,000. NMR Pipeline buying that. Good job, Jonna Butts. Jonna sold, let's see, Jonna, I thought we had seen, yeah, Jonna had the grand champion of breed market swine that sold for $5,500. One of the top 5 animals sold in this sale early on.
Are you okay if I open it back up? Add another bid.
Looks like we may have some more coming in.
Uh-oh, okay. So it looks like we may have seen some other folks on this side trying to write who wanted to bid. All right. Woo, bidding war now.
Thank you, 16.5. Sold at $16,000. NMR, thank you guys.
$16,000 now. It ended up being the final total for Jonna Butts and her market beef entry there. Funk's Feed Barn, Lee County State Bank went in on that as well. And NMR. So, all right. So a couple of extra $1,000 there, and that's every dollar is important to these young people.
For some of them, they'll put it right back into their animals for next year.
Right.
Some of them, like Jonna, they'll be moving on to college, and we'll be using that, I'm sure, for college expenses.
Yes, Jonna is somebody that we saw for years playing sports and doing a good job in that arena, good student, moving on. And some of these young people, when they graduate, go on to college. Some do not. Some go enter the workforce immediately. They're allowed to use that money. That's their money. A lot of them will use it toward down payment on a house or something, or other expenses toward living and working in the community and giving back. Number 70, Drennan Young, Tatum FFA with a market lamb. So Drennan doing a nice job. It's another larger market lamb. $9,000 for that market lamb. The Will Hoyts. That brings up number 71. Addison Ferris is back. We've seen Addison before. She is back with from Hobbs FFA with a market swine. Let's see. I'll look back. Addison sold she had a pig that sold for $4,500. She had a market swine earlier in the sale. She has another one here. $7,000 to Addison Ferris for this market swine. Sold her first one earlier in the sale for $5,500. It's a pretty good day for Addison. And here comes number 72 on the list, Ava Skop. Again, we were just talking about the former Skop Dairies. Ava Skop from High Lonesome 4-H with a dairy heifer. Coming from a family well known for knowing what they're doing when it comes to dairies and dairy animals. In fact, Rick is one of the bid spotters here in the ring in the show sale today. $6,500 to Ava Skop for that dairy heifer. All right. Another black and white, good looking, big animal.
And if we can go 5,000 on this next animal, the meat goat from Landry Peterson, that will put us over the 600,000 mark.
Wow, okay. So number 73 on the list is Landry Peterson of Tatum 4-H with a meat goat. And we have 135 animals on the show and sale sheet. 5,500. Landon Peterson with a meat goat. I believe Landon also is someone. Yeah, Landon Peterson sold a prospect yearling class, a colt, sold for $10,000.
And that will put us over the 600,000 mark unofficially.
All right, and now 7,500 for that meat goat. Number 74 is Hadley Mitchell of Tatum 4-H with a market lamb. Hadley Mitchell got a big smile as she stretches the neck on that market lamb, rubbing its neck, keeping it calm and in place. And a nice basket of bonus basket to the buyer. $5,500 to Hadley Mitchell for that market lamb. And that brings us to 75 on a list of 135. So we have 60 animals to go in this sale of champions. Again, this 2026 Sale of Champions Junior Livestock Sale from the 90th Annual Lee County Fair and Rodeo in Lovington. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle, and this broadcast is brought to you exclusively by J&J Rentals, the leader in portable toilets, trash haulers, roll-offs, combo trailers, holding tanks, light towers, and lots more. Give them a call, 575-391-0250. Thank you to J&J Rentals. And Halston Pittman is up with a market swine. Halston from Chaparral 4-H. So a pink pig. I was thinking that Halston that we had seen Halston before, but maybe not. Yeah, Halston Pittman had a market swine for $5,500 about 10 animals ago back, and this one sold for how much, TJ?
5,000.
5,000 even. So good day for Halston Pittman as well. Busy one. Number 76 is Jason Tucker of Tatum FFA with a dairy heifer. I think this is the first time we're seeing Jason Tucker in the sale today.
They've sown a little bit different looking dairy heifer.
Right.
Normally they're the
Black and white, so-called, yeah. They're known as black and whites. And this was more of a brindle. Yep, this is kind of a brindle color. Maybe chocolate milk, maybe. I don't know.
There you go.
Gives chocolate milk. That's what I would think if I were a kid. That's the kind of question I would ask if I were growing up. Maybe they call that a tan. I don't know.
32.50, 35, 37.50, 4, 45, 5 grand, 55. Sold it
$5,000 to Jason Tucker for that tan dairy heifer. Tatum FFA, well represented today. All right, so Devon Energy, one of the big sponsors of the
whole shebang, one of the presenting sponsors this year.
Sponsors, and going in, they may have been in on some of these other animals. This is the first time I've heard them call out Devon specifically, but that doesn't mean it's the first time by any means. Number 77, Stormy Holiday from Enchantment 4-H with a meat goat. This is Stormy Holiday. All right, $5,500 to Stormy Halliday for the meat goat. Brings us to number 78, Bo Ballard of High Lonesome 4-H with the Market Lamb. And we are officially done with all of the ribbon winners, with all of the champions and grand champions and best of breed, best of barn, and so forth. We are done with all of those winners, and the rest.
I do believe we have one more that was that was at least a first place in class.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, okay.
You know, Bo sent me a message on Facebook the other day. I don't know if you all noticed, but while I was over at our show,
Yeah, I don't see anymore.
they made me an honorary nobility and gave me a little tiara to wear. And Bo said next year he wants to have a tiara to wear. So you guys make that happen, fair board members. You hear me? Bo, you know who knows? The auctioneer knows. Everything you say or do, buddy. Congratulations, though. You ready? All right, 2,500 where? Big 2,500, now 30, now 40.
All right, Bo Ballard with High Lonesome 4-H getting some good-natured kidding from the auctioneer there. $7,000 for Bo Ballard and his Market Lamb. Lucky Family of Excellence. Buying that one. Number 79 on the list is Easton Torres of Enchantment 4-H with a market swine. Again, another pig being raised, being grown, and sold for weight, poundage, consumption. And it's another pink.
You all right, buddy? You feeling good?
Oh.
Holy crap, look at all this stuff in the basket right there.
Yeah, and a good bonus basket for the buyer as well.
Did you make all that? Did you make it? Did you watch it get made? 2,500 where?
All right, Easton Torres with the market swine. $5,000 to Easton Torres of Enchantment 4-H for that market swine.
Jason Franker, Alex and Jay Gailey, and Pace Orville.
Again, this is the sale of champions. The goal is to meet or beat last year's total of $1.1 million for this sale. Of course, after the sale, add-ons will be collected, and we've had add-ons total more than $100,000 before. So that's not out of line. Number 80 on the list is Kimber Ramsey of Hobbs FFA with a dairy heifer, a small black and white, a young one. Good looking, though. All right. Kimber Ramsey keeping control of that dairy heifer, putting on a big smile for everybody. Number 80 out of 135 animals on the list, and this is the first time we're seeing Kimber Ramsey today. $6,000 to Kimber Ramsey from Goff Dairy for a good-looking black and white. And that's going to bring up number 81, Colt Davis from High Lonesome 4-H with a meat goat. Colt Davis had the grand champion steer, market steer, for $15,000. He had the first animal sold in the sale today, and now he's back with a meat goat. Sometimes a meat goat can be a lot more stubborn and harder to show than a big old, huge market steer. You just never know. Goats are known to have a mind of their own, and boy, but he's doing well with it. And sold for how much, TJ?
$3,500.
$3,500 for Colt Davis and that meat goat. Good looking meat goat. Solid on that. Solid flesh. And all right. And hats off to those volunteers and folks who are keeping the show ring clean. It's a lot of the animals get in there and, well, they get a little excited.
They do what animals do.
Nature takes its course, and they do what they do, and it has to be cleaned up, and that's a dirty job, but somebody has to do it. So,
and I'm glad it's not me.
and the whole, all the folks who go through and help keep things clean and clear and raked up and put fresh hay down and all of that. Somebody has to do that, and we appreciate. We don't think about all of that, but. Very often, but man, these are important jobs and things that help make this sale a success. Number 82 on the list, Bo Ballard is back. Less teasing this time from the auctioneer. That's a good thing for Bo, I think. Market lamb. Bo with another market lamb here. This one is showing a little easier than his last one. $5,000. Lee County State Bank buying that market lamb from Bo Ballard.
That puts us at exactly $650 if my numbers are on.
All right.
So unofficially.
$650,000 unofficially from Caitlin Parson, or for Bo Ballard, $5,000. And that brings up to number 83 on the list, Caitlin Parsons of Enchantment 4-H with a market swine. So Caitlin Parsons. $10,000 for Caitlin Parsons and her market swine. Caitlin Parsons getting a top dollar for that from Enchantment 4-H. Brings us to item 84, animal number 84, and the young person showing this animal is Eric Duncan of Enchantment 4-H. It's a dairy heifer and is another tan. Yep. Beautiful, beautiful coloring, markings, and so forth. hopefully a good milk giver. All right, this is Eric Duncan. First time we're seeing him today. The good-looking dairy heifer. $8,500 for Eric Duncan and that tan dairy heifer. And that finishes off another page of our sheets and just leaves us with the front and back of the last page and brings us to item 85. 85 of 135. We got a ways to go. We're only at over 650,000, right?
668,500 unofficially right now.
All right, and we're trying to get to 1.1 million.
Gonna have to move on the last.
That's true.
Let's see, 20-50 animals.
And it is 11:16 right now. And we started, the actual auction part of this started about 9:15 or so.
A little after, probably around 9:10, 9:15,
about by the time we got through with all the announcements and the Pledge of Allegiance, all of that, all the introductions, so forth. So we've been going at this for a little more than 2 hours. And we're on number 85. Canton Bolin is back from Mesquite 4-H with a meat goat. $4,500 to Canton Bolin for the meat goat. I'm going to take a minute and stand up, realizing, it's been over 2 hours sitting here. Whew. All right, that's going to bring us to 86. All right. Oh, no.
Yes. You guys are with me, okay? You guys are with me, okay?
Don't have to be quite as careful at an auction like this in terms of when you scratch your ear.
Yeah, you don't
wipe your face.
Some you got to be extremely careful.
Or stand up or do anything big and major to call attention to yourself. Otherwise, you're placing a bid inadvertently. But we're a lot more casual here. I don't have to worry so much. But I did want to stand up and sit down between animals and not when the bid was going on there. So number 86, Gretchen Ball of the Eunice FFA with her market lamb. $6,000 to Gretchen Ball for the market lamb. I think that's the first time that we are seeing Gretchen. Now number 87 on the list is River Cavanis of Monument 4-H with a market swine. We have a little bit of a pause here. I want to remind you I'm Dawn Morgan along with TJ Miracle, and you're watching the Sale of Champions, a junior livestock sale at the annual Lee County Fair and Rodeo in Lovington. And we started a little bit after 9 o'clock. Here we are, more than 2 hours into it. We are at 87 on a list of 135 animals, and this broadcast is being seen on Lee County News.
And looks like we are not going to have River Cavanis.
Okay.
So it looks like we're going to go to Maverick Falls Graph.
All right, so they're going to pass over number 87 and go to Maverick Falls Graph of High Lonesome 4-H with a dairy heifer.
Oh, nope, here comes.
Oh, okay,
Here
so
comes.
we did.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
I think they were just trying to get a reclarent pig into the ring. So.
Well, and these things happen. these things happen. So we do indeed have River Cavernous of Monument 4-H. Bidding is underway. $6,500 to River Cavernous of Monument 4-H for market swine. A pig, kind of a pokey pig, finally made his way into the ring. Gonna go right back. Nice job there though. 6,500. That brings up number 88, Maverick Fallsgraf of High Lonesome 4-H with a dairy heifer. It's another tan. And a nice bonus basket. It's actually not a basket. It's a flower holder. It's a kind of
a pickup truck.
Yeah, it's a truck with a bunch of sunflowers in the back of its back of its bed. So nice looking item. As a little bonus to the buyer. $5,500 to, I think, Tatum Buyers Club?
I believe so, yeah.
They said Tatum's Buyers Club. So Maverick Fallsgraf, $5,500 for his dairy heifer. Another good-looking one. That brings us to 89, Weston Jones. Weston Jones, first appearance in this sale, Tatum FFA, representing Tatum FFA with a meat goat. And wow, and
a whole wagon full of goodies.
That's right, a wagon. For I guess I don't know if the wagon comes with it, but it could be the wagon and everything in it is the bonus to the buyer. So Weston Jones.
And he's got his little brother in there. I'm guessing little brother trying to pump the crowd up to bump the bids.
Yeah, doing a nice job of it. His hat's bigger than he is. Weston Jones with some good showmanship of his own there. Doing a nice job with that meat goat. Trained well. Good looking meat goat. What, 2,500?
8,500.
8,500, yeah. I was going to say 2,500 is way too low. It may have been the opening bid. Oh, $8,500 to Weston Jones for that meat goat. Brings us to number 90, Serenity Smith of Mesquite 4-H with a market lamb. And you're watching and listening on Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Kicks 103 Hobbs Facebook. Serenity getting that market lamb in place, stretching that neck. Well groomed, looking good. Getting that market lamb in the right position, showing it off. Got his ear tagged, of course. $5,000. Good amount for a meat goat.
And that will take us over the 700,000 mark.
All right.
704,500 unofficially.
All right. We got to. We're on pace, but going to have good production. We are on number 91 of 135. So we've got officially. We have 45 animals left, and more than $250,000, about $350,000 to try to make. I don't know. Going to have a lot of add-ons this year, I think.
Still, though, right now sitting at almost $750,000.
It's
Nothing
awfully
to
good.
sneeze
Oh,
about.
no, not at all. It's not a negative comment about this. This is all good, all positive, because every dollar is a good dollar. It goes for a good cause. These young people appreciate. These families appreciate it. The fair and rodeo and communities are proud of it. Number 91 is Peyton Ruvalcava of UNSFFA with a market swine. So Peyton Ruvalcava. $6,000. All right, so another $6,000. I certainly have heard, of course, a lot of buyers have bid on and bought more than one animal here. A lot of them. Hats off to everybody bidding, buying, and a part, either doing it themselves individually, or on behalf of a dairy or a ranch, or on behalf of a company or an organization or a buyer's club, part of a buyer's club. But Lee County State Bank has certainly been in there and been a very active buyer in these animals in this sale. Not the only one, of course, but certainly one of several who have bought multiple animals or gone in on and contributed to buying. Number 92 is Jacob King of TVC 4H with a dairy heifer, a black and white.
All right, 3,000, 35, wait. $3,500, another 35, $3,500, another 35, the bid. $3,500, another 35, leave you. $3,35, now more, bid more, $4,000 where? Bid $4,000 where, $4,000 where? Bid $4,000 where, $4,000 bid down more. You got more. Now 45. Bid $4,500 where, 45, $4,500 bid, 45. Bid 45. Bid $4,500. 55, 6, 65, 7, sold at 65.
$6,500. $6,500. Jacob King, TVC 4H for that dairy heifer.
And an MR pipeline, the buyer on that.
Again, NMR. We've heard that. We've heard them.
Time or three.
Oh, definitely. Not only bidding, but buying, and that's great. Number 93 on the list is Madeline Holiday of High Lonesome 4H with a meat goat. Doing a nice job with that meat goat. The meat goats, by the way, have the distinction of having the highest packer bid today. $3.50. $3.50. $8,000 to Madeline Holiday of High Lonesome 4H for a meat goat. Brings us to 94 on the list, Lacey Corley.
And unofficially, that takes us right at the $750,000 mark.
All right, right at
$725,000.
All right, well, just under $750,000 there, $725,000. Number 94 on the list, Lacey Corley of High Lonesome 4H coming up with a market lamb. We're going to have a little bit of a pause. I'm going to use the pause to stand up again.
Working on making sure they get all the bidders and buyers there straightened out.
There's a lot to keep up with in terms of all this. Lots of paperwork and lots of things, and you have to have it exactly right. You can't make mistakes on this stuff. So, good job to all of those folks putting in all the prep time. And it's before, during, and after, having to do a lot of work, and it's much appreciated, and it's part of the overall success of this sale of champions. By the way, this broadcast, this live stream, is brought to you exclusively by J&J Rentals. Now Lacey is in place and ready. By the way, owners Paco and Cristina Hernandez of J&J, always massive supporters of the community and especially youth. So this is a perfect fit for their operation. And we say thank you very much to J&J. 55. Nope, that's just the bid. Not done yet. 5,000. Lacey Corley with $5,000 for that market lamb. That brings us to 95. Jaden Parsons of Enchantment 4-H with a market swine. Jaden Parsons. This may be the first time we're seeing Jaden. I don't know. Looking back quickly. And I don't see. Doesn't mean Jaden wasn't here. I think this is maybe the first time in this sale. I don't know. Maybe we've seen Jaden before. So $15,000, that'll help the overall average there and the total. $15,000 for Jaden Parsons of Enchantment 4-H for that market swine. All right. Number 96 on the list is Jace Nave of Monument 4-H with a meat goat.
I believe everything we have left is goats, lambs, and swine. So
Okay.
no more horses, no more cattle.
Yeah, and I was right before. We didn't have any other best of or market champions or
Yeah,
anything.
we had one class champion left, but yeah, we don't have any more.
No. That was on a previous page. So we're down to 96 out of 135. So 40 animals. That's it. $7,000 for Jace Nave's meat goat. County State Bank, Bucks Feed Barn. 7,000, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's a lot of. This is a lot of animals, and we're going on almost 2.5 hours since we began. All right, this is Holland Mitchell of Tatum 4-H with a market lamb. Holland Mitchell. $5,500 to Holland Mitchell of Tatum 4-H for the market lamb. $5,500. All right. And that you heard the auctioneer say that either when we get to 100 or after 100, there will be a 5-minute break, and we'll probably take that break.
Yes.
And
I'm thinking so.
We won't try to talk through that break. We will take that break as well. So Connor Davis, number 98 on the list, High Lonesome 4-H with a market swine.
Sometimes just as fun watching the kids in the stands. We
Sure.
we have a certain one that we know right in front of us. I won't bust him, Trip, who was making fun of, I think it was his brother helping out in the ring a minute ago.
Paxton,
was trying
right.
to make Paxton
Right.
break up.
It's funny. All right, Connor Davis. We've had Carly Davis. I think Connor Davis had a market beef entry sell for $7,500 earlier. 7,500? What was that? 5,500? 7,500? What was that? 5,500? Okay. Before I wrote it down, I wanted to make sure I heard that right. So Connor Davis, 5,500 for that market swine. And it brings us to 99, Drannon Young from Mesquite 4-H. Drannon with a meat goat. Must be going to college at Tarleton State, I'm guessing. Yeah. Went to she's graduating. Drannon Young graduated, and the auctioneer is teasing her about choosing Tarleton State to go to college.
Tarleton State Texans in
That's
Stephenville.
Right. Oh, way south.
Let's go right there. 25, 30
All right, Drannon Young with her meat goat.
Last time, gotta go to school, 8,000. She does not want to have to sell organs. 8,000, sold at 7,500.
All right, 7,500. Drannon Young for her meat goat. A good get for that meat goat.
5 minute break.
All right, and he is taking the break. So before we get to 100, that is 99 animals done.
And $770,500
Wow.
unofficially.
Okay, so we have passed the $750,000 mark, and we have 35 animals to go. 35 animals. We will take a break with the auctioneer and come back. You are watching and listening to the Sale of Champions at the Junior Livestock Sale here at the Lee County Fair and Rodeo in Lovington. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle. You're watching and listening on Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Kicks 103 Hobbs Facebook page. The broadcast brought to you exclusively by J&J Rentals. Paco and Christina Hernandez, thank you for sponsoring this annual broadcast. We appreciate you, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes. All right, and we're back just like that. That was a quick 5. I don't know, that was a full 5. It certainly went by fast. All right, so our 5-minute break over with item number 100, and I think it was $7,500. I think 75 or 55. I think 55. All right, so 5,500.
Thank you, guys.
Brings us to 101. This is 100 was Hadley Mitchell of Tatum 4-H with the Market Lamb, and I think that was I think it was 7,000, right? 7,000 even, 75. All right, and this is Landon Cogburn of Tatum 4-H with a Market Swine. All right, $8,000 for Landon Cogburn. And that Market Swine. Number 102 is Levi Gonzalez of Tatum 4-H with a meat goat.
And was doing a little math during the break, and to hit 1 million, the last 35 animals will need to average $6,400.
Okay. All right.
So first 2 in, we're ahead of that pace.
We're ahead of the pace. All right. I think you're not the only one doing the math on that. I'm pretty sure that
there's some others.
There are several other interested parties, shall we say, who are keeping an eye on the total so far and what we have to average per animal to meet and to beat that 1 million mark, and then how much we'll have to get in add-ons to exceed it. So we'll see. 102 is Levi Gonzalez of Tatum 4-H with a meat goat. Bidding is still going on, being sorted out right now. All right, $7,500, still well above that $6,400 that we need per animal to get to that $1 million mark. And actually, it's 1.1 million is what we got last year when all was said and done. I think when all the add-ons were put in there. And that brings us to 103, Carly Webb of Eunice FFA with a Market Lamb. All right, so Carly Webb up next.
Who do we got here? Carly Webb. Oh my goodness gracious. $2,533, $3,000 wire now, $3,000, 35, 45 wire, $45 now, $5,000 now, $55 wire, $55 wire, $55,000, 55 tie you out, $5,500 bid. I sold it $5,000. Lee County State Bank, NMR, the whole group.
So 55?
5,000.
Just 5,000, okay. That's a little under the pace there, but we were over the average for three or four animals there, 3 animals. So we're okay. So 5,000 to Carly Webb for that Market Lamb. Now 104 on the list is Tegan Holiday. Tegan Holiday of Tatum FFA with a Market Swine.
Redbird LP, NMR, Lee County State Bank, Berry Cattle Company, Merchant Livestock. Dwayne DeRock Johnson,
Halliday. I think this may be the first animal Tegan has shown, but she has helped. She has been helped others show and, you know, holding ribbons and trophies and bonus baskets and so forth. But I do believe this is the first time she is showing and selling on her own. $7,500 to Tegan Halliday.
That will take us to 805,500.
All right, so we are nearing that magic $1 million mark. It's probably worth noting this is now 105 of 135, so 30 animals left, and Abigail Martinez of Hobbs FFA with a meat goat. So Abigail Martinez with a meat goat. It's being a little stubborn, but she's doing a good job trying to get that neck up and show that meat goat. $5,000 for Abigail Martinez and that meat goat. So that brings us to 106. Jesse Duchant of Eunice FFA and a market lamb coming up. We are closing in on, let's see how much time. It's almost noon. So we've been doing this for a good 2.5 hours, more than 2.5.
Working on 3.
Yep. This is Jesse Duchant. We have seen him before. Jesse had the champion 4,500 on that one. Jesse, by the way, had the champion breed market lamb that he sold for $7,000 early on in this. So that was $4,500, all right? So what you said?
Yes.
$4,500 for this one. Brings up 107, Parker Duncan of Enchantment 4-H with a market swine. And this is Parker Duncan.
Parker, how you doing, buddy? How many years you been in school, Parker? 14? You ready to sell that hog? 3 winner. $3,000 winner, $3,000 winner.
Opening bid of $3,000. Parker Duncan.
Trying to help his own cause a
That's
little
right,
bit.
trying to goose up the bids a little. What, $4,000?
4,000.
All right, $4,000 on that one. We're dropping down below that $6,400 mark per animal to be on track for $1 million. But we were above that for a few animals. That's making up for it. Jocelyn Velasquez of Hobbs FFA with a meat goat. And these young people, I know they're happy. They're happy to get what they get for their animals. 4,500.
3,500.
Oh, 35. Ooh, okay, 3,500 for Jocelyn Velasquez and that meat goat, and that brings us to 109. That's Brody Hill of TVC 4H with a market lamb coming up. Brody in the ring, ready. So we are approaching. It's almost noon now. We have 27, this one, and 26 more, I guess. This is 3,000. $3,000 to Brody Hill for that market lamb. That brings us to number 110 out of 135. Tegan Holiday back from Tatum FFA. And Tegan has a market swine to show and sell. So 110 of 135, 25 animals to go. And we're at what?
We are at 825.5.
825.5. $825,000. All right, $3,000 to Tegan Halliday for that market swine. Now that brings number 111, Caitlin Holiday from High Lonesome 4-H with a meat goat. $4,000 for Caitlin Holiday's meat goat. Now, number 112 on the list is John Thomas Hart from Chaparral 4-H with a market lamb.
Jim and Cynthia Hawley, thank you guys.
All right, Jim and Cynthia Hawley again. Cynthia on the Lee County Fair and Rodeo board. And you're watching and listening to this Sale of Champions from the Lee County Fair and Rodeo Fairgrounds on this Saturday, final day of this event. Broadcast brought to you exclusively by J&J Rentals, and number 112, John Thomas Hart, showing a market lamb. $6,000. Wright's Amusements going in. John Ring of Wright's Amusements, always buying or helping buy at least one animal, putting his money back in the community. Heard him earlier. Yeah, heard him earlier with some, so we appreciate that. Stormy Holiday from Enchantment 4-H is up next with a market swine. Stormy, ready with that. A light pink pig. It's a good looking one. Got some good poundage on it. Very active, curious.
500. You got 4,000. All right, sold.
All right, 4,000.
You got 2.
Oh, wait a minute. Nope, not sold yet. Oh.
6. You done?
Got a bidders war going on here.
6. Sold at $5,500.
All right, so 5,500 instead of that 4,000 looks a lot better. And I know Stormy Holiday appreciates that.
Oh, yeah.
So 5,500 final on that one. 114 is the number we come up to next on this list of 135. Katie Godwin again from High Lonesome 4-H. This is the second animal we're seeing from her. She graduated. I think she did. I think she graduated.
She did. Yep,
Yeah.
this will be her final
Yeah,
showing.
This is it. This is it. She's a good member of the state champion Hobbs girls basketball team.
And she's got, I'm guessing, her little brother doing rope tricks in the ring.
And she's got a big smile showing that meat good off very well. Her little brother. That's great. He may be a future champion trick roper.
Maybe.
That's great.
Getting with Bryce Chapman, teach the next generation.
That's right. All right, $6,500. Enjoyable presentation there. All right, that brings us to item 115, animal 115 on the list of 135. 20 animals to go. Gretchen Ball from Eunice FFA is back with a market lamb. Got a pink lamb.
I've got 6,000. Who's got 7? $7,000 winner now 7. Sold at $6,000.
$6,000 to Gretchen Ball.
Lee County State Bank.
That's going to bring up number 116, Jaden Parsons of Enchantment 4-H with the market swine. So we are closing in. We're in the home stretch now.
Lee County Unimar Pipeline. Very cattle.
20 animals to go now. 20 to go. And Jaden Parsons is back. I think this is her third animal to show and sell. It's either her second or third. I think it's her third. So she has a market swine as they continue to sort out all of the previous
A lot of people teaming up
bids
here
and
late.
buyers. Right. Teaming up to be able to pool more money. I mean, to put their money together to be able to get a better total for these young people and their animals. Oh, $10,000.
Wow. You gotta love auctions. Sometimes
Hello.
they'll just pop up and.
You bet. Jaden Parsons of Enchantment 4-H. Zia Gass among those buyers. Don't know if there was a single buyer or not, but Zia Gass, I heard that. So $10,000 for Jaden Parson and that market swine. And that brings us to number 117, Christopher Reed from Mesquite 4-H with a meat goat.
Christopher Reed, $8,500,
All right, $6,000 to Christopher Reed for that meat goat.
West Services, Gonzalez Land and Cattle.
All right, that brings us to 118, Adriana
Peterson Land and Cattle.
Adriana Suter Ivar.
Adriana Suter Ibarra.
With a market swine, making it into the ring. I see David Gallegos, of course, a state senator and candidate for lieutenant governor of Eunice. Coming in, seated a few rows below us now. All right, Adriana doing a nice job with a pink and gray. She's wearing a pink shirt. $5,000. Looked like a good basket of bonus items for the buyer.
Michael and Yolanda Singleton. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Right, so Adriana with $5,000 for that market swine brings us to item 119, animal 119 on the list. Gabriela Deschamps of Eunice FFA, the Deschamps. And Gabriela is showing a market lamb. So she has a pink goat. She's wearing a pink top, a pink jacket, and got a little pink in her hair. And got to be, don't know it's whoever her helper is in a pink shirt with the bonus basket and sold for what, $4,000?
$4,000, yeah.
4,000, okay. Oh, Harry and Nancy Teague. Buying that one. Yep, 120 of 135 coming up in the home stretch of this Sale of Champions 2026. This is number 120, Langston Selman of Tatum FFA with a market lamb. Langston Selman with a gray and black. Big smile on her face.
You'll feel better about yourself if I say 10, 7, sold at 65.
All right, 6,500 to Langston Selman of Tatum FFA. Brings us to 121, Michael Molina of Hobbs FFA with a market swine.
Here's Land and Cattle, LLC. Thank you.
Pierce Land and Cattle was that?
That was for the
Yeah, that was for
Langston
Selman, right? Yeah. And that brings us to 121. This is Michael Molina of Hobbs FFA with a market swine. Another one that kind of blends into the background. it's
Pretty well behaved
yeah,
for a hog.
That's right. He's doing well. Michael's doing a good job rolling him around, and I mentioned the animal's a little harder to see just because he's more of the. Michael's trying to goose the bids up a little bit. $9,500. Pretty good price for that market swine. All right, so now we are at 122 of 135. Langston Selman back from Tatum FFA with a market lamb. So Langston Selman coming up. That's a name that we've heard a few times in the show and sale so far. A couple of times at least. Here comes Langston. And a good big bonus basket for the buyer on this one as well. And a good gray and black lamb. Langston showing this one well again.
75. 75. You're good at 75. 8,000. Now 85. Let's try that again. Thank you. Now 9. 9. 9. Don't be a quitter. 9. 95. Right now you're looking down on them. Let's keep it that way. 95. You good at 95? Sold it. $9,000.
$9,000 to Langston Selman for that market lamb.
That does take us over the 900,000 mark with 12 animals to go.
Wow, okay. A ways to go, though. 123, River Cavernous of Monument 4-H with a market swine. We have lambs, pigs, just lambs and pigs left now, no more goats. All right, $7,000 for that meat, that market swine that is, for River Cavernous. Brings us to number 124 of 135. Aiden Anthony back from Tatum FFA with a market lamb.
Of course, be sure you join us tonight in the building. We'll be back for 6 to 9.
That's
Our
right.
building in the the Zia building.
The Zia building, that's right. Yeah, we'll be there at the booth, broadcasting live, and you and I'll be there, and Tony Guerrero from La Seta.
KPZA.
Yeah. So we'll be out there giving away goodies from our table and drawing for and giving away all the prizes. People have been signing up for us since last Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, of course, getting ready for the final night of PRCA action and entertainment. Aiden Anthony of Tatum FFA with a market lamb. Bidding underway.
$5,000 win up high. $5,000 bid 5. I'm over here. 45, 5, 55. He's out. 55. 55. Sure. Sold it your way. 5,000.
All right, $5,000.
S&K Electric. K&S Electric.
K&S, yeah, I was going to say that. K&S Electric. Been around a long time. I think my dad worked for K&S Electric for a couple of years. He was an electrician. I think journeyman is what you start off with, or apprentice or something. I don't know what the apprentice or something. I don't know what the levels are. Number 125, Paxton Bolin of Mesquite 4-H with a market swine. $4,000 to Paxton Bolin of Mesquite 4-H for that market swine. And that brings us to 126. Brody Hill of TVC 4-H is back with a market lamb. So animal 126 out of 135 on the list. And this is the Sale of Champions on the final day of this 9-day event. Lee County Fair and Rodeo. Hats off to 90 years. Hats off to the young people at this sale and to those who have been buying these animals. That is a large market lamb. It's a big one. A lot of meat on it.
5 grand. 55. TMR's got the bid. Anybody want in 55? She does. 6,000. 65. Ma'am. 65. 7. TMR 7. 75. 8.
Oh, bidding war, bidding war.
85. Not that hard, just do it. Now 9. 95. 10.
Oh, up to
Wow.
10,000.
10.
That's an expensive lamb.
10.
That is.
I feel like a parent here. Sold at $10,000.
$10,000 to TMR.
Uh-huh. That's what I heard.
So NMR.
NMR, okay.
Pipeline. There we go.
That
NMR
makes a
Pipeline.
little more
There
sense.
you go. $10,000. Brody Hill, TVC 4-H, and a market lamb. Top dollar for that. I was looking back to see lambs at 210. The Packer bid today on the list is 210. 127 on the list, Garrett Anthony from Tatum FFA. Garrett showing a market swine. Garrett had a market swine he sold for $42.50 earlier in the sale. All right, $3,000 Tatum Buyers Club on that for Garrett Anthony. 128 is Sophia Bruner of High Lonesome 4-H with a market lamb. So we have 8 animals to go now. 8 animals to go. That's it.
Good to see you. It was well worth the wait. $2,500 now, $33,000 now.
Sophia Bruner, not quite as big as
I'll say that
as her
lamb
market
maybe
lamb.
as
That's
big
right.
as she is.
But she's struggling, working with it. Got a big smile. Big smile. Showmanship is good on this one. She hears those bids going way up.
13, 13.5, 14, 14.5, 15. Sold at 15.
Wow, 15,000. Is that it?
That is it.
All right. Yep. Good job, Sophia. 15,000. Sophia Bruner of High Lonesome 4-H for that market lamb.
And that does take us to the
That's a big-
950,000 mark.
All right.
Bob's Body Works.
7 animals to go.
David and Kelly Parsons. Vicky. Kathy Wilbur.
So 129 on the list is Addison Cardenas of Tatum FFA with a market swine.
Addison, how are you?
All right, Addison Cardenas
Not bad, Addison. Good to see you.
with a market swine, and I think this is her only one.
$33,000 bid. 33 now, 35, 3,500 now, 45 with it. 4,500 now, my with it. $50,000 now, $8,500 bid. Six to you. $80,000 now, six. $6,000 bid, six. $6,000 where six. Sold at $5,500.
5,500 to Addison Cardenas for her market swine.
All West Services, Gonzales Land and Cattle, and Peterson Land and Cattle.
And then there were six animals left in this auction, and we are at more than 3 hours into this. Oh yeah.
Suitor, Ibarra, Pioneer, good looking land, 25, 30 winner, $83,000.
So number 130 is Adriana Suter Ivar of Tatum FFA.
$33,000 now, 35, 35, 335, 4, 45. Really all that for that? Sold at $4,000.
$4,000 for Adriana Suter Ivar.
Lico,
And just a reminder, as we do an unofficial total here so far, exclusive sponsor of this video stream, this broadcast, this presentation is J&J Rentals, the leader in portable toilets, trash haulers, roll-offs, combo trailers, holding tanks, light towers, and lots more. Paco and Christina Hernandez, thank you for your sponsorship, for supporting the community, and especially our youth. If you need J&J Rentals for anything, give them a call, 575-391-0250. Now, 131 on our list is Lane Corley from High Lonesome 4-H with a market lamb. Lane Corley is back. Lane had the reserve breed champion market lamb that he sold for $6,500.
And he's going to sell this one for
even
more.
more. Yeah.
You got to love auctions.
Yeah.
sold at $8,500.
8,500. 8,500 Elaine Corley. And I'm assuming the sister, Lacey Corley, is coming up next with animal 132, a market lamb, and Lacey, like Lane, from High Lonesome 4-H. Lacey Corley had an animal earlier. Lacey sold a market lamb for $5,000. And I think that was, yeah, this is her second animal. Both lambs.
Good job, buddy. Lacey, you been waiting long? What time did you wake up this morning? You just woke up, it's time to go. That's right. Lacey's number 132, 2,500, three winner. $3,000 now, 35 to you. $3,500 now, hold, bid more now, $4,500
$3,000? Was that three?
5,500.
5,500. Okay. Sorry, I was taking a drink, stopping to take a couple of swigs of water. Stone oil field on that. So $5,500 to Lacey Corley for her market lamb. And that's now 133 out of 135. Three more animals to go. Julia Hart of Chaparral 4-H with a market lamb. And a big basket of bonus goodies for the buyer. $7,000 to Julia Hart of Chaparral 4-H for that market lamb. And then there were two next to the last animal in this sale of champions. Coming up, it is Carly Webb of Eunice FFA with a market lamb.
Carly Webb, number 134. How many we got left, ladies? Two more, right?
Two more? This one and another one, or
Yep.
this one and two? All right, just two more. 'Cause we've got this one and another on the list, so. All right.
This one and one more.
Okay.
$2,533, $3,000, 35, 445 winner. $55,000, 55 to you. $5,500, 55, 55, 55. 6, 65, $6,500, 65, 665, sold at $6,000.
$6,000 now.
Got two.
Uh-oh. Got another one coming in. May have a little.
I got two again.
Okay. So 6,000 is not the last one, probably.
You guys on our team, you're done.
All right, they're done? Ah, they're together. Okay.
6,500.
6,500.
Everybody's together. Okay, thank you.
All right, so that ended up being 6,500. Okay.
Well, they still haven't called it.
Well,
so.
they haven't. Okay.
I got NMR.
No, NMR. NMR, the bank.
State Bank. I got all the others. Very proud.
Yeah, I think they
I think they called it
Yeah,
at
they did.
6,000. So
At 6,000 or 6,500?
Redbird.
I think it was 6,500.
I think so.
Yeah. All right.
We're going to go with that.
Yeah, 6,500. Okay. And one more. That's it. Down to the final animal. We started at number one, the sweepstakes cake. The actual first animal was number 2 on the list, and now we are done with this one. Holland Mitchell of Tatum 4-H with a market lamb, and the final animal.
Now, let's spin it, folks. What you got?
If the numbers are right, we're about 12,500 away from $1 million.
Okay.
Prior to add-ons, of course.
Right, yeah.
And that's
add-ons will come
unofficial.
in, sure. And I think the add-ons last year were right at or a little over $100,000.
Yes, they were.
Which is what got it to $1.1 million last year. So, but we made the $1 million mark at the end of the actual sale last year. We were just a little over $1 million, just right at it, and a couple $100 over maybe. So we need 12.5 to get there if our unofficial running total is correct.
6, 65, 7, 75, 8, 85, 9, 95, 10.
It's going to be close.
It is.
You guys want to put 10 with him?
All right. Well,
You guys want to make it an even 12,000, split it up?
Which
so
would get
maybe
just shy of the
and maybe you're saying 12,000. Maybe we're 500 off somehow.
somewhere. Yeah, that's
So
a possibility.
If he's asking for 12, that probably means we need 12,000 to get to the $1 million mark. He's asking auctioneers calling for a bid of 12 if somebody has it, and it's the bid right now is the bid was 9,500, and then they got it to 10,000 for that final animal, and I think that we're going to come up. Maybe just a couple thousand short of that $1 million
Gonna be
mark.
close, though.
Very, very close. But with add-ons, I'm sure we're going to probably get to
clips
last
it quite
year's.
easily, yeah.
We're going to probably get to last year's 1.1 million or close to it. All right, it is done.
That is wishful thinking at the best.
All right, so with that 135th animal, we are done. That last animal fetching $10,000 for Holland Mitchell of Tatum 4-H. That last market lamb, the last item on the list, and we are just we're almost 3.5 hours. Yeah, just about 3.5 hours total for this Sale of Champions 2026 Junior Livestock Sale here at the 90th Annual Lee County Fair and Rodeo in Lovington. Hats off to this event. Hats off to all the buyers. That was an incredible sale, and everybody stepping up for these young people. We say thank you to anyone who bid, who bought, who is part of a buyer's club, or who outright bought an animal. That's wonderful. It goes to all these young people. And, of course, we couldn't do this without our exclusive sponsor, J&J Rentals. Paco, Christina Hernandez, thank you for sponsoring this live broadcast of the annual Junior Livestock Sale, always doing things to support the community and especially our youth. If you need anything related to trash trailers, portable toilets, roll-offs, anything like that, give them a call. And they're always looking for people with a great attitude to work for them. CDL drivers, service techs, mechanics, anybody. Call J&J Rentals, 575-391-0250. Thank you very much. I'm Don Morgan. Any final thoughts or words, TJ Miracle?
Well, just a great event as always. Of course, the 90th Annual Lee County Fair and Rodeo continuing and wrapping up tonight. So come see us at our fair booth and check out the rodeo tonight and just have a great time as we wrap up 90 years from the Fair and Rodeo.
All right, and with that, we are going to wrap things up as far as the Sale of Champions 2026 goes. Thank you again, everybody, and everybody involved behind the scenes and here before, during, and after the sale. Takes a lot of people, a lot of effort, a lot of time, and all of it is appreciated, and it all goes toward the youth of our county and these participating young people. And we say thank you, thank you, thank you. More of Lee County Fair and Rodeo going on. Today is just this. It's just the opening shot for what will be a big final day. So check your schedule of events for all the other things coming up today. And as TJ said, we'll see you from our booth from 6 to 9 tonight. And, of course, Old Dominion on stage to wrap the entertainment up tonight. Wright's Amusements will open at 5 p.m. and John Ring again going in on buying a couple, 3 animals during a sale. Thank you very much. And that's going to do it. I think we're going to go look for some food.
I'm starving.
All right. Thanks again. I'm Don Morgan signing off from the 2026 Sale of Champions Junior Livestock Auction here at the Lee County Fairgrounds in Lovington. Have a great day.